Welcome to Killer Customs.
Date night.
Start with the good.
Okay. Today, we are going to fill in these, what used to be kind of a driving light section on the 64 356. And because we've put an earlier bumper on and moved it around, go back to other episodes if you want to see how we did that. We've got these weird holes to fill.
Yeah.
So that's going to require a little bit of English wheel, a little bit of creativity, and probably some fun. So here we go, filling these holes so that we get kind of a finished front end, hoping to get to body work really soon here.
And I hope you guys comment because we're working on the Porsche. You've been asking us.
You have been asking, so here we go.
All right, let's do it.
So the first thing I'm going to do is establish where the bumper is because I have to leave an opening for the bumper mounts to go through. So I'm going to do this like this. Like that. That me what I have to cover. Now I don't have to cover the whole hole because I still have to have a hole for the little guys to get out there. Now, recently, I'm going to pull this bumper. Start making a couple of sheet metal from scratch. Not sure where that's from.
I don't think it's heated yet.
Not yet. No gas in the hole. Don't want to catch that on fire either.
Okay,
So, I've got to do this. Might not even need tools. I got this set up pretty good.
yeah?
As you mark out all your stuff, all your mounts, so you can go back in the same spot. Now, this is important to note. Same thing out here. I have to note kind of where the outside of my mount is. And then I'll give myself about that much space. Call it roughly a half an inch. Okay.
Do you want to mark the other bumper mount on that side?
Oh yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. And now we'll step into the metalwork room. And what I'm basically going to do is finish a cap for here. And then once it's finished, I'll open it up just enough for the mounts, if that makes sense. I think that's the best way. And of course there was little bumper mounts here before. I did a little hammer and dolly work to do. I'm going to hammer and dolly that right now because I can get at it. A lot of guys do this with the bluing spray paint. Just grab leftover and spray foam. So a little bit of sprinkling there, a little bit of sprinkling there. Let that dry for about 10-15 seconds like that. And then all I'm going to do is just sand that. You'll see it come up here. Nice firm block. Now, why am I doing this right now? Because I'm about to weld to here, and I want that transition to be nice, not have to do much body work. And you can see there's a low spot right here. Try to push it out a little bit. The center's been pushed out, and then I still have a little work to do around the edges. That's essentially how simple that is. It's not super complex. You just got to spend the time and use the right tools. So the right tool right now is not the hammer and the dolly. It's really my eyeballs and the sandpaper, so we know what to push out. So push out this lower area here. Okay, and again, I was using sort of the sharp part of the hammer. If you've ever heard anybody talk about picking and filing a section, this is what they're talking about. And for all intents and purposes, that is pretty nice. Yeah, not quite primer, but an 1/8 of an inch of filler, which all these cars get anyways, would really fix that up. I do have like a little bit of welding here, so it's not gonna come out 100% perfect, but pick and file. This would be the file and this would be the pick. And we are just about there. See that little black spot? That little black spot? I'll just try to lift it. Now we're gonna take a piece of cardboard, make a template of the size of this. And it's gonna be a bit of a tricky one because it has a big heavy roll here, it softens here, and then it's still got a radius this way. But the English wheel will do that really well because as it goes along, passes this way, you just kind of bend it this way. This crown will come in and this one I think will happen naturally. I'm hoping. Rough and dirty. Looks pretty good. Yep. You gotta leave enough to hang on both sides with your hands. So I might be right there. I should know what he's doing better than that. I probably should. But those things aren't always obvious. Like betterness isn't that obvious. And honestly, if I wasn't learning every time I did something, it wouldn't be any fun. So, you guys just get to learn with me. I got a bit of a head start, but bring the spectacles. Anybody else? Can anybody else relate with me about this midlife crisis-y glasses to be able to read a menu? I used to laugh at my dad when he was doing it. I thought, that's never gonna happen to me. I have perfect vision. Turns out I don't. Where's my English wheel? Oh, there it is. Okay, let's get set up here. So, first thing I'm gonna do, swap out the wheel. I feel we got a pretty sharp radius that we're trying to make there. So each of these wheels goes from flat, where we're just trying to stretch a little metal, to a little bit of curve. And I think I'm going to use a fairly aggressive curve on here. I'm actually going to show you guys something cool. Thank you, Carl, from Japans. Look at that. What that does is I can measure my wheels. That looks like to be a 3-inch. Or is that a 3-foot? I'm gonna have to ask him. Anyways, this helps you measure the curve. So I would go to the car and measure the curve, pick the wheel that works best for it. Here I'm kind of guessing, but I've got a pretty good idea what I want anyways. Falls. Back up. And you've seen these in all sorts of YouTube videos. What we're trying to do is stretch the metal. So every one of these passes is going to make a little stretch. You can see it here, that one little line, right? So you can do it quite quickly and have a bunch of lines and shape, or you can do it a little bit slower, have a little less pressure, and take a little bit longer to do it. Takes longer to get the shape. You put more stripes in it. The more stripes you put in it, the smoother the end product is. So I'm just going to make a bunch of passes here until I feel I've got a radius that I can go back to the car with. This is an art in itself. It's like going line dancing for the first time in 6 months. You forget a few of your moves. You basically slide, change direction just a touch, slide, direction just a touch. And you know you're supposed to, but you just have to be a little bit more patient with it. And you can see the piece obviously taking shape here. And the other thing we could do is bend it, just physically bend it like this, which I don't think we need to do yet. But one of the things I'm trying to do is get the contour of the car in at the same time. And to do that, I have to run it through here. So what I might do is if I don't have enough sort of arc, the same shape as the nose of the car, which right now I don't have a lot, I might bend it straight again and then keep running it through. And for that arc, I really need to do the center a bunch. Once this thing gets a hold of your fingers, you'll remember it well. Now I can tell I've moved a lot of metal. Look at how nice even those lines are. Because I need to go up a little bit. I'm losing my friction there. You can see it's starting to make that curve. So, remove lots in the middle, stretch it so it follows the shape of the car. Okay, I think we have something we can take back to the car and have a look. You can already tell we're only doing a small section here, so this is quite heavy. Let's get this sheet. I'm looking at the inside here. Here's a good way to tell if you've never done this before. Looking at the inside, you see how we have a little bit of air leak at the top corner and the other top corner? And then at the bottom, almost no air leak, or light leaks. So that tells me, that we need just a little more shape in it. this way. So what I might do is just kind of go this way with it, which is going to stretch the center and hopefully let it caress that. So when all the light leaks are gone, I'll know that we're really close. Doesn't take too long to move metal. Okay, so back to the machine. And this time, I'm going to go this way. So you can hear, okay? Bumpity 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 bump. So what I'm really trying to do basically is raise that center. I don't know if you can see it there. The center is coming up, so I'm going to do a little bit more. Just trying to get it raised so that we don't have so much light leak. Now, if you're doing this for the first time, I typically don't sweat a lot of these wheel marks because, like, really a quick grind and the tops of them are leveled off and it's just beautiful. So, see all the wheel marks? I don't sweat those so much, but we've got a good crown going this way now. Okay, for some reason the video quit and I did a bunch of fitting without you guys, but here is where I'm at right now. I'll just bring it back out a little bit. You can have a look at how nicely the panel suits the contour of the car, how nicely I've got it fitting to the metal before I weld it. I had explained, and I'll explain it again, that I only do a tack every inch or so once. So what I'll do is I'll work my way literally around it, and I'll do 5 to 10 tacks, blow them off, 5 to 10 tacks, blow them off. Now, everybody's got a different philosophy on this. I was working for Chip at one point, and he brought in a guy, and they were doing a scoop on a hood. And once he had it tacked in, like, fairly solid like this, he just grabbed the TIG welder and let her rip. I'm always a little bit more cautious than that. Spot we put in it, it's still there. Oh yeah. Well, does it look just as good for you guys? I think it looks nice. Very, very nice. Can't tell it's there, really. So now I gotta figure out the bumper opening. So I'm just marking this out. Now, what I've got for a bit of a balance, I lost my mark. So we're going to go to there. Looks like we go to here. Here. And I totally forgot. I should have done this to begin with. Here to here. So this should have stayed open. So daisy. So. I think it would look pretty if I made that round. So I'm going to go get a hole saw. I had my little helper to put the bumper back on, but I don't. I'm gonna go build another one of these if you guys want to follow me for that. Okay, let's go do that. English wheel, English wheel, English wheel. Looking good. Back to this, just like we did last time. So this time I'm going to go a little faster because I know that we had to make a lot of swipes to get the shape we did. That's shaping pretty quick in real time. Let's see how it fits. So here it's fitting decent. I don't have a lot of light at the front, but I have a lot of light at the back. So I'm going to cut out the actual shape. No, we're going to stretch it some more. That's what we're going to do. We want more curve. Want more curve. Maybe we won't. Maybe what we'll do is just cut it here for a minute. Cut a bunch of the excess. It's not bad. This says that we've been at this 7 minutes. A little more trimming. I've gone and marked it to where it fit the best. So I'm gonna do a bunch of trimming here, and then we'll do the last shaping. Basically leaving enough room so my fingers can fit when we're wheeling it. I want to get a little bit more concave this way, so what I'm going to do is shrink these two edges, roll it through, and see if we can get some more crown going up. That's a good shot you can do, Teresa. Here's the finish. Got that. And then compare it to the other one. Just get a shot from the front. One after. Ollie. And I'm on haul ass mode because I'm close to being done. Okay. There we go. Pretty good shape.
What would you do if you didn't have an English wheel?
I just can't do these certain jobs, that's all. Okay, let's see how it fits. Ooh, I overdid it. I was looking for shape and I got it. All right, we gotta take some out of it. So to do that, we're just gonna roll the English wheel across these shrinks and it'll stretch it again. There we go. Yeah, we're right in the ballpark there. So I'm gonna trim off some more of the excess outside because it holds us up. Oops, daisy. There. Back to that again, kids. So my camera quit last time as I was setting this up. So here's what I'm looking at. You see the nice fit in it here, the slightly dark spot here, and of course I want this top side to be near perfect. I'm just going to grind just a little bit off the top here. So I'm going to need my glasses to see, love. All right.
I got my dog.
I can't see. I think that's it. If I make it any smaller than that, I'm going to be in trouble. Okay. Just getting some welding.
To your viewers, it looks amazing.
needs just a little clearance too. Just yeah. I know they gotta do that. Let's pull it out.
Okay. My side too.
Pass me that cordless cutoff wheel. Chunk of bumper they left in there.
Oh, jeez. Now the bumper? You like me. What do you think? feels like I'm in one of those things.
I can't hear you, Bob.
I said I feel like I'm in one of those things. Picture. Right? It's just like at the amusement park. You stick your face in a hole. What you're trying to do. That was me.
And there it is. No more holes in the 356.
Yeah.
So the Porsche needs work, the Camaro needs work, my Acadian needs work.
Yes, stick around. We're going to be showing you some stuff on JF's Acadian again.
Work, work, work. Let us know if you want us to get back to the Camaro. I do want to put an engine in it in the next couple weeks because I want to drive it in the next 90 days. So there's lots of work to be done there. This little guy is just feeling lonely, so...
Thank you for working on my Porsche.
Yeah, we've caught up a little bit. So thank you guys. We appreciate you watching.
Really appreciate
More
it.
cool episodes to come and more of us working on cars. And
Comment if you want more of the Porsche, or if you want more videos of the Camaro, or if you want to see JF's Acadian.
or
Or
lifestyle. We play cars day and night. So
thanks again, you guys.
cheers, guys.
Bye.
Thanks.